So if you could fix one thing, just pick one thing out of the plethora of things that are occurring right now, where would you focus your time? And it doesn't have to be the same for either of you, but is there a space where you're like, man, if I could go after one thing occurring in the world right now, this is where I would focus my time?
I think the school system, definitely.
Okay.
I think it's outdated, and mental health needs to be more important. We need to focus on what teenagers are going through, not only in school, but when they go home. What's their home life? Do they have time to do homework or study for the next day? Like, just stuff like that, where we need to put ourselves in the students' shoes and not overstress them and make sure they are doing okay. I mean, I feel like our schools try to make it seem like they care, but as students, I feel like we can tell they really don't care. They just, I don't know, like, I guess just feeling as a student that I am worth something and that the teachers care about what I go home to at night and what I have to deal with, or if I have to go to work, or like simple stuff like that. But yeah, I'm very passionate about that.
Mm-hmm. I believe we were talking a little bit about this as a whole, just our education system. Part of what I heard is, and I talked about this with another guest previously, the structure has always been, well, it's always been done this way, right? But as Sean said in the previous podcast, that's like one of our biggest pitfalls, is to say it's always been done this way, because then we can't improve anything. So what you're saying is stop what's always been done, because it's obviously not working anymore.
I think with the internet, and obviously we had iPads in high school, like, it's not just paper and pencil anymore. We have so much more that we can learn from, and just putting that towards anything, like, I don't know, I guess it just needs to be updated, our school system, and overall.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's looked over a lot how difficult it is to be successful in our school system when you are struggling mentally. And I think, like, school systems need to be adjusted to put that first. Like you said, you know, what students are going home to, whether they have to work, whether they're going home and mentally just exhausted and can't get out of bed, can't pick up their iPad and stare at a screen for any longer. It makes you really struggle and unable to do schoolwork. And I think if mental health was prioritized, and if students felt like they had a safe space to come to get help for that, it would make a big impact on how successful they were in their schoolwork. Beyond that, if every class or every teacher placed importance on making sure that their students were mentally healthy before trying to push more information on them that their brains can't even take on, would help a lot.
Do you feel standardized tests hold a place in education, being on the receiving end of that?
I think for us they did, but I know that it's getting less. I know, like, I had to take the ACT to get into college, and the year after I graduated high school, they stopped requiring the ACT on college applications, which I think is a really good thing, because the ACT was something that was really stressful for me and something that I honestly felt incapable of being successful at, because it was so different than what I was learning in school and the way that I was learning how to do things in school. So I think it's really good that I think they made it optional to take the ACT. I think that's a step in the right direction. And I know our high school district did away with exams for a year and then brought them back because they decided that we needed them to prepare for college. And I think because we missed out on that opportunity to learn how to study and prepare for exams and how to take a test successfully, I definitely do struggle with it in college. I don't have good study skills because I was never taught that in high school. So I think either high school needs to promote not going to college and promote other options, or they need to prepare us better to only go down that path of college.